Afternoon.
No, we're not live, right?
Yeah, we
okay.
are.
Oh, hi, everyone. Just getting
seen so many bloopers like this.
I know,
so
I love the
created
blooper reel.
Yeah. Well, good afternoon. We're here again with artist Ellen Welch Granter in her fabulous spotlight at 5 Chase Hill Road in Kennebunk. We're open here until 5 p.m. today, and then the show will be open daily, 10 a.m. to 5 through July 17th. So we're going to have Ellen give us a talk on kind of the creative process, walk us through a painting, and then we're going to open up for question and answers. So should you have any questions, please type them and I will ask them. And for the people in the room who ask a question, I'll repeat it first so that we can hear it.
Great.
And then you can give a fabulous answer.
Of course, I will.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you all. It's a great honor to be here today and to be asked to show these 10 paintings in the Spotlight series. And I think the Spotlight's pretty exciting because they asked me to choose my 10 best, which kind of changes things around a little bit because usually I just give them my 20 whatever, my good ones, and they get the best for this. So it sort of gives it a different vibe. But it would be nice to take a minute to talk about my process, and what that involves is coming from my daily life, which is I walk a lot on Plum Island and Newburyport, Mass, and take a lot of photos of the birds when I'm out bird watching, and the harbor and the marsh and the fields around me. And from all these photos, I generally have thousands. And from these photos, I call out the few that I love, and which I think might spark an idea for a good painting. And then make some sketches, drawings in pencil, generally in a little sketchbook. And from there, I pick the ones I think I really want to paint. And then I don't really transfer the drawing to the canvas so much as just start on the canvas and just start painting. And my idea is generally a color scheme, like a general vibe that I want. Like this, I wanted the whole landscape that shows what I was thinking about that day, which is low tide at the end of Goose Rocks Beach and the Arctic terns flying overhead, making their noise. And so the process is probably pretty traditional for an artist to start with a photo and then a sketch and then the final product. And sometimes when I get stuck, when I don't like the process and I'm sick of it and it's not working for me, I sometimes just mix it up by doing some simple collage work where I cut up pieces of paper I steal the paint chips from the Home Depot and cut them up and glue them. And sometimes that creates a different thing. And sometimes I just take whatever paint's on the palette and just start throwing it. And then at least it makes a mess that I can fix. No, it's true. You don't know what's going to happen if you don't have a place to start. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to.
I do.
Oh, question in the back, you.
Yes. I really like the way you inject the metallics into some of your pieces, which was initially what I saw when you used to do just birds. I love that, and I cannot figure out how you stop it at the edges that you want, if I'm allowed to point.
Sure.
That you stop it at the edges that you have. Is there like some kind of resist that you're doing, or you just painting by hand?
No. Okay, so here's the process. This is canvas, and I will cover the surface of the canvas with a flexible modeling paste, so that the gold leaf won't crack, and it covers the weave of the canvas and then I sand that down, so you've got this really flat surface, just looks like white gesso really. And then you put the adhesive down, and then you put the gold leaf down, and then you seal that.
How do you put the gold leaf down?
Adhesive.
Like with
It's
a brush?
like Elmer's glue. You just put it down.
Furniture thingy?
No, you just put the glue down on top of the modeling paste until that makes a film. And then when that gets tacky, then you can put the gold leaf down. Okay, and then you got to let it all dry, and then you can seal it. And then I can paint on top of it as if you were painting on top of any canvas. I mean,
And it sticks?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
just like, well, because it's a polymer just like acrylic or the gesso. It creates the polymer layer that you can paint oil on top of. So it's not like I'm cutting anything out. I'm just painting on top of it. Yeah.
Incredible.
Cutting the edges.
No cutting. It's just paint right on top of it, as if it were any other color. You just paint on top of it as if it were any color.
I thought it would slide off the metallic.
The only thing you have to keep in mind is that when you paint on top of it, you can't undo.
Okay.
It leaves a smudge, so there's no messing with the edge once it's down.
Right.
So you're stuck. So it's a little more fussy that way. Yeah. Any other questions?
Welcome. For those of you just joining, we're doing an artist talk with Ellen Granter here, and actually a question and answer. So enjoy the work, look around. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And we're all asking some questions here.
Excellent.
With the
Seen that one before on
oh, yep.
the website or something.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you study boats to get the accuracy of riggings and things like that, or is this an artistic?
I have some
hand?
artistic license with that because I'm not that kind of painter that
Right,
is
it's
going
not
to
a
paint
realist.
all the perfect rigging and get it all exact, because I'm not that meticulous a person, I guess. I love the shape of it. You know, it's a boat-shaped object. I try to get the general proportions right, and I want it's all about the color and it's all about the light. Like you can see the light coming in on the side of that boat and reflection in the water and the colors in the water. But if someone's going to tell me, oh, that's a McGregor of 39 or whatever, I'll be like, I have no idea. I don't know what it is, and I don't really mind if it's wrong. So it's just, it's artistic license, exactly.
It's the gist. I like that the gist is
It's about the
there and
gist.
It's enough. You know what I mean? You just know it.
Yeah, it's about the gist.
Yeah.
And of course, I'd like to make, to see it. I have photos that I start with, and I try to get it right, but I'm sure they could tell me that the spars aren't wide enough or the halyards aren't. I don't know, but I'm sure people are like, oh, good boat, and some people are like, that's not right. You think it doesn't matter? I'm hoping it doesn't matter. We're hoping it doesn't matter enough to discourage a sale. That's all.
It's a calmness to your paintings.
Thank you. That's my goal.
Yeah.
I'm shooting for calm, peaceful, beautiful, really. I mean, I know that's an anachronism in this day and age to not paint your inner angst and all your inner personality problems. But I'm going for color and joy,
Well, I think you got it.
Thank you.
We had a question about these birds in particular. Can you tell us
These are Arctic
who they
terns.
are?
They're Arctic terns. And they are, they nest here at the end of Goose Rocks Beach. They're like an aerial squadron up there. They come dive bombing. And they're just really aggressive, but they're amazing flyers. They fly thousands of miles every year from the Arctic to the Antarctic and back in a year. So
Wow.
You look at those and you think, it's just a wonder. It's just an amazing thing. And how they know what they're doing and where they're going, I don't know. I bet they don't tell you either.
Internal GPS.
Yeah, they do have an internal clock.
I did hear once something about the Earth's magnetic fields that work for a compass of birds. Some birds seem to have
They do.
an
Yep.
internal
I've read that
sense
too,
of
that they have some sort of magnetic crystals in some structure in their beak or something, or their nose. I don't remember. My husband will be able to tell you. He knows all that stuff. That they have a primary, a secondary, and a tertiary order. They use the sun, and if it's dark, they use the magnets, and But they do it without having done it before. Right? That's crazy.
My question, you're doing oil.
Mhm.
Do you need to do a varnish, or do you do varnish ever?
Sometimes do, but generally I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't use medium, which a lot of people do. That leaves patchy, shiny spots where you use it and don't use it. So I just stopped using it altogether. And I think people may be surprised to know how little time I actually spend mixing colors. right out of the tube and at the painting. Just let's have at it. And I don't thin it out too much. I'd like it thick, and I leave it. And yeah, so I think sometimes if I thin it out too much, it gets chalky. And sometimes with the smaller ones, I'd like to leave the smaller ones varnished because they get handled a lot. You know, the galleries pick them up and move them around and pick them up and move them around. And if they don't have a little protection, it's nice to. I'm not pointing fingers, Natalie. Never would do. Absolutely.
So when you're presented with an opportunity to show, do you have a concept in mind, or do you go to each individual canvas fresh and new?
I would say each individual canvas fresh. And then I just aim on being as productive as I can be in the months leading up to the show deadline so that I can have choices. I can't really work without the deadline. It's nice to have the deadline. And if I didn't have it, I might not get anything done. So, and I just just keep on working. And then at the end, I'll pick my favorites that I think go together.
Is this a particular place?
This place here is Rowley Rough Meadows outside of Newburyport. It's the Parker River. There's some fishing shacks on the river's edge out there that can only be accessed by the river itself. So, and they're up on stilts out in the middle of this amazingly distant field. And I just love. I mean, sometimes I go there and it's green, and sometimes it's the golds of autumn and the lime colors of the spring. And these guys are sitting out there, like little abstract boxes, just kind of hanging on the horizon. And I just like to think about guys sitting out there in their little fishing dock fishing. I don't know what they're doing, sitting out there with their green heads and the mosquitoes. And
They used to have that pink house out there.
They did. Yep.
Had a story behind it.
Yeah, it did. But these are, But it is one of my favorite places to walk. Rowley Rough Meadows is a beautiful Audubon sanctuary out there that you can do a couple-mile loop out into the marsh. It's really pretty. So it's one of my favorite spots. And trying new things here with trying to think about how this grass, I guess I've never really painted grass like that, trying to get the variety of color and thickness and then the distance, and kind of fun to try something new.
A little pastel-y. I was going to ask if there were pastel in there, but I
No,
looked closer.
no, knife work with a palette knife. So, yeah. Yeah.
It's different than your usual ones, but there's still that calmness and that serene feeling about it.
Thanks. I'm trying.
It's working.
It's working. It's good. Thank you.
Is there anything yet you're still to try when it comes to doing something new with technique that you want to do?
I think that for me, there's always room to challenge yourself with something sort of basic, like texture, and try to do more texture, or try to do more watercolory, or try to push it from where I was into something new. So yes, I'm constantly thinking about how to make the next one better than the last one, but you have to fight with your mind and your hand doing what you already know. Like it's like I painted this boat before, I'm going to paint it, and then you can't stop yourself from doing it just like you did the last time. So it's hard to break that, I think. But it's something to think about, because you do have to stop yourself from being a machine, a robot, because it's easy to do.
What's your favorite bird to capture?
Sanderlings.
Favorite bird to capture was the question.
The favorite bird is a sanderling. I love them. They're tiny little dudes that they nest up in the northern Arctic and then come down to Massachusetts for the warm winter weather there. And so we love having them on the beach in Newburyport. And I love them because they flock together and running up to the wave, and then they go scooting back from the wave, and then they run up again, and they're just so beautiful, so fun to watch.
I like your little different way you tip them. It's almost like conversational.
Well,
or
that's
something.
what they do.
They're each in a different
That's what
position,
they
and
do. They're always,
they don't look posed. It's like they're just all there, kind of hanging out, chatting with each other.
Yeah, waiting for the waves to come in.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they find to eat out there, but they're doing well, eating whatever they find.
How long do you spend on a particular painting?
Kind of a tough question, because I don't time it, but I also don't do one at a time. I sometimes have 2 or 3 going at once, and I hop between one and another. So I think maybe for each one I might do 4 or 5 several hour sessions until I have it where I'm, and then sometimes they take weeks, and then sometimes 20 minutes. No, not 20 minutes, but like I have it down and I know what I want, it worked, and I'm on to the next thing. But sometimes it's like a lot of layers and it takes a long time. And then I'm still not happy with it. And I scrape it off and we start over and such goes. So it's a range. Yeah. That was one of my clean the palette with throwing paint on it. The background started out as kind of just blobs of paint that I just put. And then I sort of saw that it would be a really cool kind of horizon. And I liked it. So I left it.
There's really a trick to how you got some that the horizon is kind of unclear, it's hitchy sketchy, but it works however you're doing it. And that one I really love.
Thank you.
That the way that you got it somehow without giving us too much exact detailed information. We just know that's the horizon.
Yeah.
And it's cool looking.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you. I don't know. I guess I didn't plan that whatsoever, but if that's what it is, I'll take it. No, sometimes I really don't think too much. Happy accidents or just, you asked me earlier, what feeling do I want people to take away from the show? And I had to say, forgive me, but I'm a complete egoist. I don't care what other people think about it. I'm thinking about, am I happy with it? Is it where I want it to be? And am I going to worry that someone's not going to, that, oh my gosh, the mast isn't a perfect reflection, or it's not it's not perfect and it bothers me. Like, I don't really worry about what the objections are going to be. So otherwise I couldn't move forward with, some of the crazy stuff I try. You just have to keep it how you want it to be, right? You just have to make it work for yourself, and then you let it go and hope for the best. And then Robin comes in and says terribly nice things.
Well, I'm just saying, you got loosey goosey just enough that it's not like, what the heck is that? You know what I mean? We know. And that's all you need. You didn't overthink it for some reason. There's a magic to creating that.
Well, I think
that
a lot of
looseness.
your brain fills in that stuff, doesn't it? I mean, your
Yeah.
brain fills in, oh, it might be trees, or it might be, I don't know what it is, but yeah, exactly, something. Yeah, coming out of the fog, or a bank of fog, I don't know. It can't be.
I just feel like you're coming out of fog, and I like that.
Because they are. This is Maine. Welcome to Maine.
Yes, good point, yeah.
Yep.
And that's why it's so quiet. Coming out of fog.
All right. Well, I think that concludes our artist talk.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Ellen, for
Thanks,
being
Abby.
here
Thanks,
today.
Natalie. Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Maine Art. You guys are great. Thank you.
The spotlight is open until 5 p.m. today, and then 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day through July 17th. So we hope you stop by, and you can also find the works and content on our website at maine-art.com.